You've been staring at this 475K house in Mesa for 3 weeks. You finally saved your 3.5% down payments, which is going to be around $16,000, and you think you're ready to buy, but you're actually not. See, in Arizona, there's a hidden entry fee to homeownership that Zillow doesn't show you. It's called closing costs, and in 2026, it's hitting the local buyers for an extra 12 to 15K that they didn't see coming. So today, as your ownership strategist here in the East Valley, I'm going to be breaking down the exact checks you have to write before you get the keys and how we can actually get the seller to pay them for you. So in Maricopa County, expect to pay between 3 to 4% of the home's price in closing fees. That ranges, so it can be 2%, 6%, but right around 3 to 4%. On a 475K home, that's roughly $14,250. Here is the 2026 reality of those checks on the screen. So up on the screen, you can just see a breakdown of the estimated costs. Keep in mind, guys, this is not the actual cost. There's some estimated cost based off the price that I mentioned earlier. But I'm going to be looking at it right in front of me as well. We have the lender and processing fees, the title and escrow fees, 1-year home insurance fee. So this is going to be prepaid though. And then your property tax escrow, and then your upfront mortgage insurance premium, so about 1.75%. That'll be $8,000 rolled into the loan. And then notice that $8,000. Most people roll that into their mortgage, but the other $6,900 is cold hard cash you need at the closing table on top of your down payment. This is why people get stuck. They have the down payment, right? But they forget the entry fee. Right, so you don't forget about your buyer closing cost, right? So you're not surprised when you go into closing. When you are saving up for your down payment, make sure to save up 2 to 6% of the purchase price for your buyer costs, and this is the cash you need to bring to closing. So now, before you even get to the closing table, you're spending money. In the East Valley, you don't have to just hope a house is good. You actually have to pay for what I call, the big three here. So in inspections. So we get the general inspection. This is going to cover your AC, your roof, and your electrical. You need to make sure you get these inspected because in the Phoenix heat in the summer, a 10-year-old AC is a ticking time bomb. There's also going to be other inspections like the termite reports. We're going to say that's about $100. In Arizona, it's not if you get a termite, it's when. So banks won't even lend you money without this piece of paper. It's going to cost about $100, like I said. Next up is sewer inspections. This is an estimated amount, $250. If you're buying an older ranch home in Tempe or Mesa, this is a non-negotiable. You're sending a camera basically down the pipes to make sure that the tree roots haven't destroyed your plumbing, all right? But all of these combined is $700 spent before you even know for sure if you're buying the house. But these are things that you want to do. It's your due diligence as a buyer to make sure that you have under control. So just know that you're not just paying for your down payment, your insurances, taxes. You have closing costs and inspections you have to pay. So how do you avoid paying $15,000 in fees is probably your question. So you're going to use a seller concession. In 2026, many sellers are willing to give you a credit at closing to cover these costs. If we negotiate a 2% concession on that 470K house, the seller hands you around $9,500 at the table. That nearly covers all your fees. So the difference is between draining your savings account in zero and then having $10,000 left over for your IKEA run or a new fridge. So ownership isn't just about having the most money, it's about having the best strategy. If you want my 2026 Arizona closing cost worksheet, so you can run these numbers before you tour a home or whatever, comment reality below. I'm Michael Zarch, your Arizona ownership strategist. I want to get you into a home and get you into investing without going broke. So see you in the next one.